If you've ever put on a pair of jeans and thought, okay, they fit, but why do I still not love how they look? Then this video is for you. Because there is a huge difference between jeans that button and jeans that actually fit your body the right way. So in the last video, we talked about choosing jean styles based on your body type, the cuts, and the shapes that naturally work with your proportions. But if you haven't watched part 1, you're still totally fine. Today's video isn't necessarily about the styles. It's about the fit, okay? And the fit is a part that confuses almost everyone. Most of us are taught that if the jeans zip, they don't fall down, and they're technically our size, then it means that they fit. And this is simply not the standard that we're working with anymore. Jeans can like fit, but still pull in weird places, bunch at the ankle, flatten your shape, or just feel off. And then we blame our body when really it's just how the denim is sitting. So today we're breaking down how jeans are actually supposed to feel on your body, how to tell in a dressing room if a pair is really working, and the part that nobody talks about enough, tailoring, okay? Because sometimes the difference between, you know, these are okay and these are my best jeans is just a small adjustment. And by the end of the video, you'll know how to look at a pair of jeans and confidently say yes or no without guessing, okay? We're done with the guessing. So let's just get into it. So this is going to be your new dressing room standard, okay? Not can I button these, but are these actually sitting on my body the way that they should? Because good jeans don't just go on your body, they hang on your body properly, okay? First up is the waist. When you button your jeans, they should feel secure but not restrictive. You shouldn't feel like you have to hold your breath, but you also shouldn't feel like they're about to slide down the second that you walk. You're gonna wanna make sure that you turn to the side. If the waistband is digging in or creating a sharp line, then they're too tight for you, okay? But if there's also this big gap at the back, then they're too loose in the waist, even if they're like okay standing still. You want a smooth, supportive fit around the waist. Next is the front of the jeans, okay? Look at the zipper area and the lower stomach. The fabric should lay mostly flat. If you see pulling lines, wrinkling that look standard, or the zipper area is pulling outward, then the jeans are too tight through the hips or the rise. That tension is what makes jeans feel uncomfortable after an hour. Now you're gonna wanna check the hips and the thighs. Jeans should skim this area, okay? Not cling like leggings and not hang off like they're 2 sizes too big. If you see horizontal pulling lines across the upper thigh, they're too tight. If the fabric is collapsing and folding a lot, then they may be too loose. You're looking for a clean line down the leg. Again, you're gonna wanna tuck around because the back view matters just as much, okay? We all know how it sits on our butt, how it makes our butt look and sit matters a lot in jeans, okay? Now when we're turned around, you're gonna wanna look at the back pockets. They should sit centered on your shape, not drooping down your thighs and not pulled, you know, super wide across. If there's sagging under the butt, the jeans are either too loose or the rise of the jeans just isn't right. And if there's pulling across the back, then they're just too tight. Good jeans should give you a lifted, supported look in the back, not flattened and not saggy. And finally, the most important step is the movement test, okay? Sit down, walk a few steps, bend your knees a little. If the immediate thought is, I can't wait to take things off, then that's your answer. Like, they just don't work for you. Jeans should feel structured, yes, but still wearable. You should be able to move without constant adjusting. And when it comes to like the movement of your jeans, the most important is the sitting down test, because I know we've all had those jeans where it's like they cute, they fit standing up, but then as soon as you sit down, that's when they feel like so tight and restricted. And we don't want that, okay? Ideally, the jeans would fit just as good standing up as sitting down. So it's important to know before you leave the dressing room, can I stand up? Can I sit down? Can I bend down? Can I move over to the side? All the things that you can do in your jeans before you are like out and about and you want to sit down and realize, ooh, these are too tight. Like, you need to know that before you leave the dressing room. So when you're in the dressing room, your checklist is secure waist, smooth front, skimming the hips and the thighs, balanced back pockets, and comfort when you move. Now, if the pair hits most of these, that's when it's worth considering. If one small thing is off, that's where tailoring might come in. Now, in a perfect world, the jeans would hit all of the checkpoints, but the world isn't perfect, okay? So most of the times, jeans may hit 4 of the 5 or maybe 3 of the 5. So you kind of really have to pay attention to what's most important when it comes to jeans. Like, what would you consider getting tailored? Is it, I don't mind that there's a waist gap because I always wear a belt. So if everything else fit, like, I'm okay with the waist gap. Or I don't mind if the jeans are too long because I can cuff them, or I can hem them myself, or I can go get them tailored. You kind of just have to know what you're okay with compromising on, just to help with the frustrations, because it gets frustrating when you're trying on jeans and then like they just don't fit perfectly, because it's really rare to find that perfect pair of jeans without having to make any modifications. So you kind of have to go in knowing that there may possibly be some modifications and figure out which ones are you okay with. Okay, so speaking of modifications, let's talk about something that makes the jeans look like they were made just for you, and that is tailoring. Obviously, it would be nice if all jeans fit perfect straight off the rack, okay? But denim is just like any other clothing. Most people's bodies don't match the factory, measurements exactly, and that's normal, okay? Nothing we can do about that, okay? Sometimes the difference between these are fine and these are my favorite jeans ever is literally just one small adjustment. So here's when you should really consider tailoring. If the jeans fit your waist, your hips, your thighs really well, but the length is off, hem them, okay? Jeans that bunch at the ankle can make your legs look shorter and the outfit just look messy, especially if your jeans are just dragging on the ground. A clean hem that hits right at your shoe is instantly going to sharpen everything. Now, if the jeans fit your hips and legs perfectly, but they gap at the back of the waistband, a tailor can often take in the waistband. This is especially helpful if you have a defined waist. Instead of sizing down and squeezing your hips, you can keep that comfortable fit and just refine the waist. If the leg shape is almost right, but just slightly wider than what you would like, a tailor can taper the leg a bit so that way the line looks a little bit more streamlined. This keeps the vibe of the jean, but just makes it feel a little bit more polished, and again, makes it look like the jeans were made for you. These are the green light situations, okay? The base is good, you're just refining. Now here's when tailoring will not save the jeans, okay? Because tailoring can't save everything. If they are too tight in the hips and the thighs, a tailor is most likely not going to add fabric, okay? If the rise falls wrong, or they sit too low, too short on the torso, or they hit your stomach in a weird spot, that's built into the design. And if the jeans are uncomfortable overall, tailoring won't change how they feel on your body. So when it comes to tailoring, you really only want to tailor for length and small waist or like leg adjustments, okay? Not to fix major issues. This mindset is going to change how you shop, because you stop searching for the mythical perfect jeans and you start looking for a great foundation that can be customized to you. And that's how your jeans are going to start to look intentional instead of accidental. And I know like tailoring can get expensive and you don't want to necessarily have to fix all of your jeans. Like, it can be kind of a burden to have to fix all of your jeans. So when it comes to jean shopping, you really have to be patient, because it's not going to be as easy as shopping for a top or shopping for a sweater or shopping for a jacket, shopping for a cardigan. That stuff is pretty easy when it comes to finding something. Jeans are very, very tricky. They can be very, very stressful. So you have to understand that if you don't want to have to continuously take everything to the tailor, that it may take a while to kind of build up that collection of good fitting jeans. You may have to shop at multiple stores. You may have to try different sizes, go in store, try it on. Like I said in part 1, if you are curvy, try, a lot of jeans nowadays have like a curvy section where they can kind of help skim your curve, and find those stores where they have what you're looking for. Like, I know Gap, Old Navy, Abercrombie, Good American. A lot of stores nowadays are coming in different lengths. I know that used to be a problem with people, is trying to figure out if it's too long or too short, getting those lengths. And also being okay with ordering online, because I know how we just want, sometimes we can be impatient and just want the thing now. So we go in store and all they have is regular length, but you may need tall or you may need petite. to make them fit perfect. So maybe going in store just to try them on and figure out what number size you wear, but then being okay with ordering them online to get the length perfect, so that way they're not too long and dragging the floor, or they're not too short and, you know, they look too short. All right, now let's talk about the little lies that we tell ourselves in the dressing room, because these are the reasons we go home with jeans that we actually don't love. The first illusion is that, oh, they'll stretch. They're just tight right now, but they'll stretch out. Yes, denim relaxes a little, but if the jeans feel super tight in the dressing room, pulling at the hips, digging at the waist, straining at the zipper, they're not gonna magically become perfect. Usually they start to get looser in random places, they start sagging, and while still being tight where you don't want them tight. If they're uncomfortable now, they're not the pair. And who wants to walk around waiting for jeans to loosen up, okay? We don't wanna do that, so let's stop doing that. The next illusion is that baggy means flattering. Now the relaxed jeans can look amazing. I love a relaxed jean look, but only if they're still structured. If the waist is too big and the fabric is collapsing everywhere, you can look sloppy instead of effortless. Especially if you're someone that already kind of has a little bit of weight on you, you definitely don't want all that extra fabric. You don't want to look bigger than you are. You don't want to look sloppy. Flattering jeans should still fit properly at the waist and hang intentionally throughout the leg. And there's the tight equals slimming. No, okay, this one gets so many people. Super tight jeans can actually emphasize the area by creating those pulling lines and that tension. And that visual strain draws more attention, not less. Jeans that skim the body usually look more balanced and polished than the ones that are like squeezing you in, because you look squeezed. And then another big one is they look fine if I'm just standing still. We try them on, we stand in front of the mirror and decide, but the jeans only look good when you're frozen, when you're not moving, when you're not sitting. That's not practical, okay? If they twist, if they ride down, if they bunch, if they get uncomfortable the second that you're moving around, they're not good for an everyday fit. Because once we start buying jeans like that, that's when you start having stuff that's just sitting in your closet that you don't really wear. And then that's where you get into the problem of, you know, this closet full of clothes. Technically, yes, you got 15 pairs of jeans, but only 2 of them actually fit good, you know, and then you get tired of wearing those same 2, and then you feel like you have nothing to wear. When you have stuff to wear, you're just buying stuff that looked good at that moment in the dressing room, but they're not practical for your actual life. So the takeaway here is to not shop based on hope. Shop based on how they fit right now, how they move, how they hang on your body. Because the right jeans, they don't require convincing, okay? You put them on and you just know. All right, even with great fitting jeans, styling can completely change how polished and how flattering they are. These little tricks can help make your jeans look more intentional instead of just, you know, something that you just threw on. So first up is defining the waist. A half tug or a full tug can instantly change your proportions. When your waistline is visible, your legs look longer and your shapes looks more balanced. Even relaxed jeans look styled when the waist is defined. Next is one of my favorites is to use a belt strategically. Okay, a belt isn't just functional. It creates that structure. So if your jeans are slightly loose at the waist, a belt pulls everything together visually and makes the outfit feel finished. Even if you don't necessarily need a belt, like even if your waist isn't loose, still add that belt, okay? Because it still can make the outfit pop. If your jeans are a little long, then you can just cuff them, okay? Showing a bit of ankle can elongate your legs and make the outfit look more styled. Just keep the cuff neat and not like too big and too bulky. Another thing that you can do in terms of like cuffing is something that I do is I use double-sided tape. So if I know like, okay, I love these jeans, I don't feel like taking them to a tailor, but they're super duper long, I would either, you know, you can cuff them the regular way, or if I want to cuff them under, I would just use some double-sided tape to keep the cuff, because sometimes, you know, the cuff doesn't always want to stay, and that can be annoying if the cuff starts, you know, drooping down a little bit, especially depending on if the pants are wide-legged or not, or if, like I said, if you just don't necessarily want a cuff, sometimes I would fold them under and then use double-sided tape so that way they stay. So that way I'm able to tailor the length to what I need them to be but without necessarily taking them to a tailor. And then obviously every time that you wash them, you're gonna kind of have to re-tape them, but you know, double-sided tape is cheaper than a tailor, so sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Now let's talk shoe choice, because this changes the leg line a lot. Pointed toe shoes, boots with a slight heel, or even like a sleek sneaker shape can make your legs look longer, while chunky shoes with bunching denim can shorten the line. And then finally, balance your top with the jean shape. If your jeans are relaxed or wide leg, then maybe pairing them with a more structured or fitted top. If your jeans are slimmer, then you can balance that out with like a looser top. That contrast is what makes the outfit look put together instead of accidental. And again, these little tweaks don't change the jeans, they just change the proportions of the whole outfit. So at the end of the day, great jeans aren't about having the perfect body, okay? They're about understanding the fit. Once you know how jeans are supposed to sit on your waist, how they're supposed to skim your legs, how they're supposed to move with your body, and when tailoring can step in and refine things, shopping gets so much less frustrating. You stop blaming yourself, you stop settling for, you know, these are okay, I guess. And you start building a small rotation of jeans that actually make your outfits look better. That's the difference, okay? Not more jeans, just a better fit. And nowadays, with the price of everything goes up, we do not have time to be buying things and just making it work. Like, no, it needs to work. So now you know how to choose the right styles based on your body type from part 1, and how they should actually fit from this video, and how to tweak them so that way they still look custom for you. And that's how jeans are going to go from something that you wear to the foundation of outfits that just feel effortless. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, definitely hype this video up, share with a friend. Let me know if you have any other questions about jeans or just any other ways that you can style and tweak your jeans. I can do more videos or answer any questions in the comments. I also want to take the time to thank everyone for my last couple of videos who have been wishing me congratulations on my pregnancy, and who has just, you know, left some like kind words and some tips. Really appreciate y'all. Like, y'all, we are locked in, and I just appreciate you guys so much. I cannot wait to kind of get back to actually wearing clothes and not stretching out my current clothes. Like, I feel like I'm having shopping FOMO. Like, I miss shopping. Like, I'm going crazy not being able to shop because I can't really fit anything, so it's like pointless to shop. I was thinking of doing a video on like things I want to buy and like how I would style it if I was my normal size and like could buy. Like, let me know if that would be something that you would be interested in, because I'm definitely still always looking online like, oh, this would be cute, oh, I know I could style this, oh, I wish I could wear this way, but I'm just not buying anything just because I know like I can't fit nothing right now. I don't know, you know, what my normal size is going to be after pregnancy. I don't know how long it's going to take me to lose weight, so it's kind of irresponsible to just be shopping for the future. Like, I'm really trying to be responsible here. But let me know if that would be something that you guys would be interested in, a video like that. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, share with a friend. We are so close to 10K. I definitely want to do a 10K giveaway, so make sure you guys are subscribing, and I will see you guys in my next one. Peace out.